Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It is Tuesday today, and I have a sweater on. It's freezing in here. Leather Bag Lady weather report. I think it's going to get up to 15 or 16 today. It's cloudy. It's supposed to rain all afternoon, all evening, so we shall see. There will be no sitting out on the deck today, I don't think. Those days are numbered. And I can hardly see. My hair is so long. And I got it cut a month ago. So I'm going to get it cut shorter next time. Anyway, today's bag. So you've heard me talk about often Canadian manufactured bags. I like them. I think the quality is spectacular. They are not the most flamboyant bags. But if you're looking for a well-made, reliable, daily driver bag that just doesn't look like everybody else's, then these bags are amazing. So this is just a simple little tote style. I've listed it as a 1980s bag, just because the interior is a kind of a velvet and not that textured silk stuff. It could be 70s. It could well be 70s. But I've listed it as 80s. It has a soft internal divider with a zipper. I would be inclined to put something sturdy in there so that it doesn't collapse. And then it'll give you beautifully 1, 2, 3 compartments, a zipper compartment here. The bag is made by Mimo Sacs in Toronto. They call it an Italian styling. I don't know what that means. What's Italian styling? If it's made in Italy, maybe the quality, probably the quality is just a little bit more reliable. But these bags are, I've got this bag and I've got another one by Kitchener manufacturer, Bags by Man or Carnig Man. These are all European craftsmen who have come to Canada at some point in their lives and have started to make their bags in Canada. Now, if it was an Italian man and he was making his bags in Canada, it's still Italian crafted. It's just not in Italy anymore. So I wonder if that's why, because they say made in Canada and it's Moda Italy, which is like Italian styling kind of thing. But what I like about these bags is everything is so sturdy. Like these little gold tone accents, these straps are not going anywhere. You have a pocket here. Now, it's all raw leather on this side, which the velvet is picking up. You know how I feel about raw leather. I love raw leather. I don't give a shit how much leather fluff is on this side. I don't care. I love the leather. Inside, it's all the velvet, and it's just that one exterior pocket. But you know what? It works. You can put your phone in there. You can put your keys in there. You can put your Kleenex in there, bus pass, whatever. And it's just a really nice little tote style bag. It's got, doesn't have a gusset per se, but it is darted on the ends and there's a seam there. So it's going to kind of create its own gusset and it will sit beautifully. I just think it's a very classy, simple lines, well made, navy blue. It's not black, it's navy blue. Beautiful Mimo Sacs bag. I like this stuff. I mean, it's a daily driver, I would say for sure. It's not, a fancy dancy bag, but you know what? If you're not a fancy dancy person, then this is just fabulous for you. So that is today's bag. It is listed. Again, it's by Mimo Sacs out of Toronto. And hopefully you will see it as an addition to your closet. Check it out in my Etsy shop, and it's available for purchase there. So that's today's bag. What did we do last night? Pius was supposed to finish work quite early, ended up not. He got broke down on the side of the road in his big rig. So made it to the on-ramp, or is it on-ramp? En route or something services at Cambridge, and waited for the mechanic to come and help him out. So that happened. So he got home a little bit later, and considering he'd been up since 3 o'clock in the morning, he was very tired. We went visited with my parents last night, had a little visit, and that was about it. Nothing too exciting. It's getting cold and dark and all that stuff at night, so no more driveway time. Actually, when we did get back from my mom and dad's, we both kind of looked at each other and said, it's a nice night, but he was exhausted. So we went home, went in the house and had a little chat for a little bit, and then off to bed we went. And not a crazy early start in the morning. However, somebody did call him at 6 o'clock in the morning, jumped out of bed like the house was on fire. And that was it. We were up at that point. So anyway, went to my gym, had a great workout, finding that this new routine that I'm doing of putting all my sets in a row is making it a lot quicker. So I don't know, part of me starting to mess with my head that I'm not working hard enough. Aren't we terrible with each other? We are our own worst enemies. I really do believe that. I'm having lunch with my aunt and my cousin who's here from Scotland in an hour. So I wanted to get my video done, say hello to you, and get my little buttski off to have lunch with my Aunt Margaret and Claire. And then I guess the rest of the day is just going to be working on stuff. Pius isn't going to be home till late tonight, probably 9-ish, 8, 9. So it gives me lots of time to get caught up on stuff that I've been neglecting. We're starting to, make some plans for the winter. We've got a trip coming up November, going to Mexico, and can't wait for that. And my first all-inclusive. I've never been on an all-inclusive before, so we shall see. We shall see. So I've got a little history piece for you today. Moschino. So I have a little bit of a history with Moschino. Not that I've ever owned any Moschino, but I used to live with a lady in Birmingham, England, by the name of Karen Brady. I've spoke a little bit about her in the past. She was a little bit of a local celebrity. She was a 23-year-old managing director of Birmingham City Football Club, and we became friends, and it was a very interesting time. She was quite a wealthy woman, and there was a lot of Moschino in her closet. And what I did notice about their clothes is they're very wild, very colorful, very kind of garish to some people, very outlandish to others. But I do have a familiarity to the brand. So, Italian fashion house, created in 1983 by Franco Moschino. He looks like, I'm not sure why that date's in there, but it is. Anyway, known for colorful, eccentric design, which is exactly what I've just said. He was not afraid of letting his thoughts be known, and he often criticized the fashion industry. Not sure specifically for why, but yeah, he did not get along well with the establishment, that's for sure. But you know what? Most artists don't. Most artists tend to be a little bit eccentric, outgoing for sure. Some of them, and then you get your Karl Lagerfelds and people like that who just don't say boo to a goose. So anyway, that's just a little bit of a history piece on an Italian brand by the name of Moschino. Quite high end. Never going to find its way into my closet, I can tell you that right now, unless I thrift it at some point or whatever. But I'm not Miss Philly. I'm not It's Hadrian. I'm not Purse Trippin', where these are all YouTube people that I've come across over the years who just seem to have access to real high-end stuff. Granted, I'm not thrifting nearly as much as I used to, but even when I was every day, I never came across all these brand names. So I don't know, maybe I'm doing it wrong. But I don't care. I like dealing with the mall brands. I like dealing with brands that I have a personal relationship with because it just means more to me. And I don't want to get into the luxe brands because then you've got to guarantee authenticity and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not interested in doing that. I've already been duped by Dooney and Bourke. I've already been duped by Juicy Couture. I've had a few fails in that regard, and these are kind of on the lower end of the luxe brands. So I don't know. You just gotta do your due diligence, do your homework, and learn how to make sure these items are as true to real as you can guarantee them. There are no guarantees. I obviously don't get a bill when I buy these items in terms of their original purchase location or whatever, but I'm pretty good at it. So it's just something that I've gotten very honed in on over the years that I've been doing this little business of mine. So that's it for me today. I'm getting myself ready to go for lunch. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. And have a good day. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.